Okay, so Exchange 2010 does not work out of the box when it comes to sending and receive emails to and from the internet. In previous versions such as Exchange 2003, all the SMTP configurations were set for you out of the box and you could send and receive emails successfully. However, with 2010, there are some modifications to connectors that need to be made, and these are send and receive Exchange 2010 connectors, which I will explain in a little while, which need to be configured in order for you to send and receive email from the internet successfully. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to log on to an Exchange 2010 mailbox, and this user's mailbox is stored on a database on a server called EXCH new2, and I'm going to attempt to send an email to an external recipient with using just the default Exchange 2010 settings. We will see what will happen. So I'm going to click on new message and I'm going to send a message to an external recipient, and this is just a test message here. And then I'm going to click on send. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to log on to the Exchange 2010 machine and view the queues to check and see the status of that message that was sent. So here I am in my Exchange Management 2010 console. I'm going to go to Toolbox and Queue Viewer, and then I'm going to select the name of the hub transport server, which is the EXCH new2 server, to determine the status of that message that was just sent. So in Queue Viewer, I'm going to click on Connect to Server, select the name of the server. Now I select EXCH new2, and then we see under unreachable domains we have two messages that are trying to be sent. So double click on this section here, and these are messages that were sent from the Jeremy account, and these were two messages that were trying to be sent. If I double click on any one of them, you will see more information. So the sender and then the receiver, the external recipient, and then we receive an error. A matching connector cannot be found to route the external recipient. So this is Exchange default configuration, and now we're gonna just modify our send connector so that we are able to send emails to the internet. So in the Exchange console on the hub transport, I'm going to click on new send connector. So I'm just going to give it a name. And then I'm going to select the address space, which is the list of domains that you would like to send for. So in my case, I'm going to send for all domains. So I'm going to put an asterisk to indicate all. I'm going to go next. And then I'm going to use DNS to route mails automatically. Go next. And then select servers, other servers in the Exchange 2010 organization which will be sending mails to the internet. So here we see EXCH new, which is another Exchange 2010 server, will be also be sending mails to the internet, and we will associate this connector with that server as well. So we're going to click on next, view the configuration summary, and then initiate the process. And command has been completed. Click on finish, and here we see the send connector having been created. So we can view the properties of that send connector, the address space that it is responsible for sending to, and other configuration parameters that we already configured. So back in my user's inbox, I'm going to send another email again. And then I'm going to select send. I'm going to go back to the Exchange console, click on the queue viewer, and click refresh. And so there's been no unreachable mail queues, and I'm going to just go to my inbox to verify that I've received that message. And here I'm in my Yahoo's inbox, and these messages did successfully come. So that's the basic configuration for Exchange 2010 Receive Connector. Remember, it is not set up by, that is a send connector. Remember that it is not set up by default, and it is something that you will have to configure if you're setting up Exchange 2010 servers to send email to the internet.